Well, hello and welcome to another amazing, fabulous, festive holiday episode of Chubs Gone Wild. This is episode 421, recorded on December 6, 2021, where it is 52, super cloudy, and apparently it's supposed to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I keep seeing on the thing that says, oh, it's going to rain today. I don't see any. Anyway, but happy last day of Hanukkah.
Gosh, thanks.
You're welcome. Also, it is 15 days until winter solstice, 19 until Christmas, 20 until Kwanzaa, 26 to New Year's Eve, 329 days till Halloween, and just 35 days until the season 2 premiere of Call Me Cat. La, 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 la. So wonderful. All right, that makes me so happy. I'm just in a joyful mood now. Anyway, well, guess what happened this day in history? Never mind, I'll just tell you. In 2013, South African President Nelson Mandela died at age 95. In 1933, the 21st Amendment was ratified, which ended prohibition, which is something that was very near and dear to your heart. In 1872, the Mary Celeste, a ship whose crew mysteriously disappeared, is spotted at sea. In 1964, Army captain was awarded Medal of Honor in action in Vietnam. Okay, that makes sense. In 2002, TV producer Rune Arledge died. Sad to hear about that. And in 1984, Eddie Murphy stars in Beverly Hills Cop. Did you like the Beverly Hills Cop movies?
Sure.
No, nothing?
I said sure.
Okay. I mean, I just expected more of a reaction since you're kind of a movie person.
Not really.
Oh, that's awful. Okay, well, I remember, I think I actually saw one of them. I think probably maybe number 2 in the theater. I don't remember, but my mom was really, really big into those. Anyway, well, there are a number of other holidays that we need to be concerned about, and let's see if we've accidentally celebrated any of them. Today is Miners' Day. Did you celebrate any miners?
No.
No? No.
And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So you're not even like digging for like peppermint and gold and silver and all that? Have you watched that yet this year?
Not yet.
Okay. Also, Mitten Tree Day. I didn't know they grew on trees. National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women in Canada. So it's okay if there's violence here, apparently, but not today in Canada. Also, National Gazpacho Day. I don't know if I've ever had gazpacho. I probably haven't, just didn't know it. Also, today is National Pawnbrokers Day. Put on your own shoes. St. Nicholas Day. What? That's not right. And also Walt Disney Day. Did you celebrate Walt Disney today?
No.
No, I might be later because I've been watching some stuff over there. It's true. All right. Well, today's affirmation. I now move into a new era of prosperity and abundance. Thank you. Oh.
Wait, that says December 27th.
Yeah, well, they're all mixed up.
Well, you're all mixed up.
I'll say the same thing.
Okay, so we're not okay.
Yeah,
What's today say?
Let's be honest. How many times can you say, I'm going to be a better me today?
Okay, what does today's actually say?
I don't know because it's not in here.
Where is it?
Not here.
Okay.
You know what? You don't even like these. Why do you care?
Well, because it says the wrong date.
Oh, well, you can have, okay, so on December 27th, you can move into a new era of prosperity and abundance. Today, go to our Patreon page, which offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. And you can celebrate by, oh dear, you just got me all combobulated. We want to thank our current patrons, Clint Nephi, Nick, DJ Sausage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, and Moose Pate. Consider becoming a patron of the show over at patreon.com/MattBurlingame.
See, you've got next week's here too. Life brings only good experience.
But for some reason, I just today's didn't make it. I don't know why. Life happens.
So what's going to happen? We're going to be short a day now.
Oh my goodness. Louise Hay. Affirmation of the day. What is today?
Well, it's too late. Now we know what the 27th is.
6th, 2021. All right, here we go. What's it say? It says, oh, no, that was not.
Okay. Whose birthdays are today?
There's 20 of them today. Okay. Life supports me in every possible way. Louise Hay. There we go. Are you happy?
Just a minute. I'm checking birthdays today.
Oh, whose is it? Tell me.
It's not coming up. Your link just sends me to your events.
Oh, well, come to my events. All right. Well, anyway, today, happy birthday to Leonard Bailey and writer Ron Williams, who wrote some fabulous books about being gay in the 70s and 80s and working at one of the biggest gay bookstores that there was, and then unfortunately it's not there now, and they're really, really awesome stories. Also, happy birthday to Kim. You know Kim McCann. Yeah, the actress. Yeah. Also, Jonathan, Martin, Daniel, Boyce Hinman, who is an amazing actress here in activist here in Sacramento, and he was part of the Lambda Letters Project, and he is 83 years old today. Also, Charlie George, Di, Jeanette, Patricia, Rodan, co-pilot. Yep, that Rodan.
Rodan, you mean the monster?
Oh, honey, if he was a monster, he could invade me. Anyway, but yeah, that's his handle, because he is part of Todd is my co-pilot. Also, Aaron, Kelly, Ellen, yes, and well, Kelly, because she forgot her password and has 2 accounts. So happy birthday, double Kelly.
I saw a commercial where they're advertising getting a 40-piece McNugget.
I'm sorry, I just spontaneously had a happy. Oh. And when we can do this, when is this happening?
Well, that's just the commercial. They're $5 for 20 every day. So I guess
Seriously?
$10 for what?
$5 for 20 of them?
It's always that price.
What? Oh, I need to go invest in some nuggets. I'm used for like 10 piece for $6. Whew.
Where do you go?
I don't know, but I'm excited now. Oh, so I didn't see anything in our feed bag this time. Very sad, but hopefully next time. So Chub Hugs. I want to send a Chub Hug out today to Mike, who is having surgery today, and wish him a speedy recovery. How about you? What you got?
I'm sending a Chub Hug out to Moose P's husband.
Really?
For being so lucky to be married to that man.
I know, right? I've been all the photos and wow.
They saw Moulin Rouge and Tina.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They had like the best best New York shopping theater fucking weekend. Oh my God. I was just drooling the whole weekend.
I know, absolutely the same thing. It's absolutely wonderful. Well, moving into current topics. So you may have heard that bags of stolen cash were found in the bathroom over at Joel Osteen's mega church. That asshole. A Texas plumber made a surprise discovery when bags of cash, stolen cash and checks so far. The church allegedly hasn't given him a reward or even said thank you. It was in the walls of the church. You know, the same church that said, no, you hurricane survivor people, you cannot come into our church because you might get it dirty. Out of all of them right now, he's just one of the top assholes in my book. Anyway, moving on. Trans man was beaten with a chain in broad daylight in a terrifying hate crime attack. I'm still feeling traumatized, says Miles. I still have PTSD about it every day. I shake, I get scared. Yeah, if somebody's beating you with a chain, that's pretty fucking terrifying. But thank you, world. Untreated HIV may have led to the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. Several top scientists say that COVID-19 mutates much more quickly in the body of someone with untreated HIV, suggesting that both pandemics need to be tackled together. All right, well, on that good news, we're going to fill you with some fun and frivolity and cheer you right up on this holiday special because Tom is going to talk to you about his week. Go, Tom.
I'm going to hit you. So, first of all, I did get some, people that were worried about my coughing last week during our 420 episode. And I was fine afterwards, just really, really high. So that's good. Let's see. Well, the tree is almost all the way up. I'll finish it today, and then I'll start bringing in the stockings and the rest of the festivities. But so moving on to what I watched this week. Masked Singer, the skunk ended up being Faith Evans.
Oh, I don't know who it is.
Now, I'm pretty well. Oh my God, just like a huge singer from the 90s and the 2000s.
I'm sorry, I wasn't born back then.
Yeah, and so, but she lost to the Bull, who will go on to the finale. Now, the Bull, I'm pretty sure. Well, we're thinking it's Todrick Hall, who we all love.
Yes.
But it's funny, no one's brought up his name yet. But it's like we're so sure it's him, and that we're going to be really shocked if it isn't. So, wow. And then the other group B, is the Banana Split, which I'm pretty sure is Catherine McPhee and David Foster. And if it's not her, well, I don't know if it's not her. But the Queen of Hearts, I'm still saying it's I'm thinking it's one of those old disco queens, that had one or two hits, didn't have the career that like Donna Summer had, but they had 2 or 3 hits, 1 or 2 hits, probably, maybe just one, but they do a lot of, the summer tour people. So I'm pretty sure we'll see. That's next week. Let's see. No, I did finish Lock and Key, and it was it kind of closes itself up at the end, like it's done, but then they threw a little thing out there that, well, this isn't done yet, so we could come back for a season 3. But if it doesn't come back it's pretty it's like another life where it ends and you're going, okay. I mean, they could go on if they want to. I mean, if somebody wants them to, but
Yeah.
otherwise, because so often we see series that you're going, wow, that's like putting a period at the end of that, and we can move on, and then they go, oh no, we're gonna have another one. Really,
Uh,
another one? Okay. Um, let's see. Now, have you noticed on Disney Plus, on the scroll across the top, how they have like Hawkeye's up there with Christmas lights, and you've got Edward Scissorhands,
uh,
and it's like, okay, so we're watching Hawkeye, and it's like, oh, okay, it takes place in December, so there are like decorations up. Okay, so Brian always says that it doesn't matter if there's a Christmas tree; it's a Christmas show now, even
yeah.
though it's nothing close to it. But so so that was kind of funny. Pin 15, which is those girls on Hulu, but looks like Penis, but it's Pin 15.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, that got canceled. So you can see their last season 2 on Hulu right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was I was surprised because it's got so many it's nominated for all sorts of awards. It was up for comedy at the Emmys for best comedy, and here it is. I'm surprised. I was
Wow.
surprised.
Hmm.
Let's see. Watching a new show called Dr. Brain, which is a Korean series about a guy who um, he's working with the brains, and he's trying to figure out what causes different things, but then he starts getting into hooking up the brain to like one mouse that knows how to get through a maze, and gives it to the second mouse to see if that mouse who doesn't know how to get through the maze will all of a sudden know that. And so he's like doing that, and then all of a sudden he has a situation where he wants to use a cadaver and then see if whatever the cadaver knows, he can find out from the cadaver. So it's kind of a Frankenstein type of thing. But what happens is when he learns what he needs to from these cadavers, he takes on part of their personalities. So it's kind of, remember the movie The Hand, where you cut off the hand and they put on a new hand, and the hand was hands of the murderer. So it's kind of like that. The first episode was really confusing, but then the second episode really, okay, now I get where we're going here. But the first episode, I'm like, well, because they weren't giving us all the information. So they deliberately made it confusing.
Okay.
God, somebody's got bass on their car that just drove past my house. I thought it was like there was an explosion. That was very scary. Okay. Let's see. Queen of Universe, which is a new RuPaul song show. And what it is, it's drag queens that are singing live, not lip syncing. So now RuPaul is just producing it. Michelle Visage is one of the judges, and so it's so far it's been fun. The second episode was shocking, but you can see, I think you can see that on both VH1 and Paramount Plus. I saw the second episode on Paramount Plus, so I'm not sure there. Then there's RuPaul's Drag Race will be coming back in January 7th, so something to look forward to.
Nice.
And maybe you even can find a date of inspiration that actually is January 7th.
Yeah. Oh.
But probably not. We did watch The Bitch That Stole Christmas last night.
Oh.
Which we saw on VH1. It is about it's they're making fun of Hallmark. They're camping up Hallmark.
Oh, okay.
So the story is that RuPaul plays a evil editor at a magazine who sends one of her people up to find dirt on this Christmas town, and of course there's plenty of scandals. My favorite part though is the love interest of the girl is this guy named Big Russ, and every scene he takes off his shirt.
Oh, well.
So it's like, oh my God, you look so cold. Rip, and then he's shirtless, and he's got a nice chest. They obviously shaved around the belly though, which is kind of weird looking, but it's quite funny every time it happens, and it happens every time. So let's see, started a new paranormal show called Portal to Hell, which is Jack Osborne he's the lead investigator on this. So I guess the Osbournes do want to believe. Let's see. The reason actually I got there is because the Holzer Files, which I love, Cindy, who's the psychic on there, who you would love. She's so good. Since Holster Files has been canceled after 2 seasons, which I'm going to do my best to see that change. She's listed as being on some of the portals from hell, so I want to see her, again. I started Els on Netflix, the Norwegian Els.
Yes.
I'm 2 in, and interesting. It's interesting. Christmassy, but with scares. Yeah, I feel so bad for that kid who got his head ripped off, but I won't tell you which kid it is. But
you're talking to our listeners because I've already seen the series.
I know.
Girl, I wasn't that sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Netflix now has another big movie that they're talking about for Oscar consideration, called Power of the Dog. But I have not seen the preview of it, but Brian says the preview is so boring he fell asleep. But I was reading Elaine Boozer on Twitter, Elaine Boozer being a comedian from the 70s and 80s. Yeah, I do too. She said that it's more boring. It's slower than Brokeback Mountain, and so slow that it makes Brokeback Mountain look like Fast and Furious. So, Disney Plus. One thing that you have to look at is the Olaf Presents. Have you seen that new offering?
No, not yet.
Well, it's in the top.
Yeah, I think it's on my list. I just haven't seen it yet.
Well, you can watch the entire series in like 20 minutes.
Oh wow! Okay.
Well, it might be a little longer than that, but not much. What they are is it's Olaf performing Disney classic animation movies in less than 2 minutes.
That sounds really cool.
It's really funny. Funny. The first one was Little Mermaid, and then we said, well, we might as well watch Moana, and so we watched Moana. Moana was even faster, but they're very clever. We're watching. Brian and I are watching The Great on Hulu, which is about Peter the Great and Catherine the Great, and that's about as much that's probably really true about it. Otherwise, it's pretty hilarious. It's meant to be funny. It's them trying to be the better emperor of who can make a better Russia, and they are constantly trying to outdo each other. But anyway, what I was going to mention about this is that I was curious about it to find out when they lived and died. And I found that Peter the Great was 6'7", or 6'8". I think we mentioned this last week. And so I was like, how can that be? So I went back and I looked at Christopher Columbus was 6 feet tall in the 1400s. And I'm like, how we've always heard that people were so much smaller, and it's because the nutrition was so bad, that only rich people were growing to their potential, and the poor people with bad food weren't. There is one episode that I just watched where they're throwing a party, and they invite well, they don't have, I guess they bring in some let's call them peasants. They bring in some peasants and they throw turnips at them for sport.
Uh,
Wouldn't that be fun?
oh, yes.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, for Brian.
and of course she's pregnant in the show, and she's drinking and doing drugs constantly. So we're waiting to see what she actually delivers. Seen the Grinch, the Muppet Christmas Carol, and Elf. We also on Peacock, you can watch old episodes of Saturday Night Live. So they have the episodes on Saturday Night Live that are the Christmas ones.
Oh, okay.
And whenever they do their Christmas, special where they take stuff from every, sweaty balls, and then you've got, this scene and that, various things chunked together like a greatest hits.
Right.
They don't include the Jason Momoa one where he plays the elf on the shelf, and he's like, Santa, I need a new boy because he's different than he used to be. Basically finds out that he's been servicing himself and staring at the elf, and that makes him really uncomfortable. So it's a very funny episode. Movie wise, I saw Red Notice after you were talking about it, and I understand what you're saying. I really thought that it felt odd because The Rock was in it.
Yeah.
It's and I was telling, and I think it's because he's really not a good guy. He's not the hero in it, but he always is the hero. So it's really hard to separate that. And it just seemed like I would like to have seen somebody besides him in that role. I think what's happening is that he's gotten to the point of where he's predictable, and when he's unpredictable, it's not as good. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I didn't mind him in the role, but it was different.
Yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't. He did fine with it. It just felt, the whole thing felt weird.
Thank you. The whole movie, or just him?
Well, the whole thing felt kind of weird. It just felt like who was this movie written for?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, like I said, it felt like they took different scenes from every major action film out there and just shoved them into one in a linear fashion and said, this will work.
Okay. So then I saw The Harder They Fall, which is on Netflix. It's a all black Western.
Oh, okay.
Well, pretty much all black. I mean, all the main characters are black.
Yeah.
And it's about two rival gangs, like in Western gangs. The problem I had with the movie is that I had a problem separating who was bad and who was supposed to be the good ones. Are they all good? Are they all bad? And if so, who am I supposed to root for? Mm-hmm. Although the movie was really well made and the acting's great. Music is fantastic. It felt like somebody was really inspired by Tarantino. So,
you're gonna be inspired by someone.
And then I saw on Apple TV Finch, which is Tom Hanks' new movie, where he's not really a sole survivor of the apocalypse, but he's one of the few people that's still left on Earth. And it's just him and his dog. And he happened to be a robot builder before the apocalypse. And so he has all these robots that help him and keep him company. So I will warn you that I bawled at the end, just bawled.
Oh no, did they get rid of a pet?
No.
Oh, okay.
So calm down.
And this is the Tom Hanks one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's funny because he's the only one in the movie, him, the dog, and a robot that talks. So, but he can do that with a volleyball. He can do it with anything. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the last one that I saw, which I know you also saw, was Home Sweet Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I mean, when Sean, like 30 minutes into it, goes, "This is stupid," which is my thing. Can we turn this off? And I'm like, no, we're gonna watch this.
Okay.
And it was his choice anyway. So it's like, no, you got me this far into it. I'm good. The movie itself is really, it's it looked really, I love the holiday-ishness of it.
Yes.
I like the way it looked. It was
Mhm.
snowing. But it's the same plot as Home Alone with a few exceptions. On how they get there is a little bit different. But all I want to see is him make these burglars, see what he's going to do to them. And once he actually started, like abusing them, then the movie was enjoyable. But leading up to that took a while.
A long while.
It's not that long.
It was a suck movie. Now, with me, I'm very forgiving with even some of the crappier movies.
Yeah, we know.
Oh,
You watched.
we're doing a countdown to,
watch that cat show. We know how
and
forgiving
I'm
you
going
can
to
be.
say that again, it's not the best show in the world, but once it got going, it made me happy. This piece of shit did not make me happy. And the thing that got me was it's got a great cast. It really has some very talented people. The overall look of the movie was really good. I was expecting some, but you know what? None of them are bad people. They're just stupid. And the kid is an asshole. I mean, who am I supposed to root for in this? I don't like any of these people. They're ugh. And then the things that he was doing, which even I was like, okay, we'll just get to that stuff because some of that's kind of funny. No, fucking great big tax in your face and the shit that he was doing. That's like fucking even the icicles to me. Normally I'm just like, aha, it's funny, but I was like, that shit. You get some fucking kid watching that shit, and I became that person. That's like, I wouldn't want my kid to see this shit because they'd end up doing it because they're just that dumb. No, this is the first time I saw a movie like this and went, this is shit. This is absolute shit. So I used that little 10-second fast forward button over and over and over and over. Absolutely hated it. Anyway, now I'm not going to tell somebody not to watch it because obviously if Tom liked it, there's got to be some redeeming something.
No. I said I liked the brutality of it.
Okay, well, that's okay. But I'm just saying.
Come on, you didn't laugh when he got the pool ball right here, and then the next scene, he's got that big welt there.
No, it was horrifying. It was absolutely horrifying.
And did you see the guys, the bad guys' forearms? How furry they were?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing is he wasn't a bad guy.
Well, I know.
It was a little asshole that started the whole shit. I was waiting for him to be. He needs to fall down the fucking buttered stairs. Anyway, and he's just sitting there and he's saying, "Oh, honey, fuck you." Anyway, and then no, in case anybody watches that, I don't want to give spoilers, but anyway, let's just say I didn't care for it. Anyway, so you got anything else? Is that it?
No, I want to hear you talk about movies now.
Okay. Well, first off, start out with I got a Goodreads Reader Nomination Award for Last Romance, and that was really cool. It's for the Best Hurt to Comfort book. So, that was very sweet. And past that, well, let's see. I did watch Santa Girl. I have seen this before. So, got to the part where it starts getting all, oh my goodness, I can't believe you did this. And I skipped till the end and watched the last 10 minutes of it. So then it was good. A Cinderella Story Christmas Wish. trying to remember which one that was now.
Oh my God.
I know. Oh, I remember. Actually, it's a typical holiday romance film, but it's actually really fun. And so I do recommend if you love these type of things. It's actually a little bit better than a holiday from the Hallmark type stuff. It's actually really good. But of course, she's got two evil stepsisters and evil stepmother who were pretty much the funnest things about the entire show. And she wants to be a singer, and she falls in love with the rich kid who used to, who you just like, why do you fall for these little thin people? I don't understand it. Anyway, but it's a fun one. The Claus Family, which is a Belgian movie on Netflix. It is dubbed over in English, so you don't have to read subtitles or whatever. And it's really good. I mean, it's a really good, full, fun movie that could end up being like a regular yearly Christmas movie watch. It's that good. So definitely it's Santa has died and his son.
What?
So yeah, so Santa died, although you don't know it's
Merry
Santa.
fucking Christmas. Santa's dead.
His father, he died. Well, anyway, the kid goes and they all live with Grandpa, who picks back up the mantle of being Santa because, you know, his son, who was Santa, died. And then they have to pass it off. And then the kid has to get over himself and love to be Santa. And even that, trust me, no spoilers, you learn that in like the first 10 minutes. So, Lost in Space 3, I watched the entire season. It felt like they took half of season 1 and half of season 2 and shoved them together. It still works. It was good. It was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it. Go watch it. Are you watching it? You're not watching it yet.
Well, I figured I'd let you spoil it for everybody before I watch it. So
There's no spoilers in that, and you pretty much know what's going to happen. But
it sounds like they took season 1 and season 2 and shoved it up season 3.
Yeah, but they had some stuff at the end that's very, very interesting.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. Anyway, Shaun the Sheep, Flight of the Holidays. 40 minute watch, very fun. I love Shaun the Sheep.
You also love that Jug Band Christmas.
Oh God, no, I don't.
It is a nightmare.
No, I don't. I've never heard of it. I never watched it. And then about 10 years ago, one of my coworkers is like, my favorite thing is blah blah blah, and now everybody is like, oh, my favorite thing is Jug Man shit.
Are they on drugs when they're watching it?
I guess
there's got to be something, because it is the dullest, slow moving, I don't give a shit kind of holiday story. I would much rather watch Mrs. Walton beat her children on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I forgot. I did watch that.
I know. You also forgot Nicole.
Nicole? Oh, Noelle?
Noelle.
Noelle. Well, anyway, I watched Noelle again, and it stands up. I still love it. It's a great film. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. And I did watch the Waltons, The Christmas Homecoming, and it was just as bad as ever, but I loved it. I love watching.
And what didn't she accuse John Boy of jerking off in his bedroom?
Yes, because
he's up there. Merry fucking Christmas, Mom.
She's like, John Boy, what was you doing up there in that room?
I was writing, Mama. I was writing.
You sure you weren't playing with your little Willie, son? And he's
we're gonna get a black light in there and find out if you're writing on the walls.
Oh my gosh. And then the way that she just all of a sudden goes from 0 to 60 off the wall. Moonshine in this house. You took that up, Mama. It's eggnog, you crazy bitch. Anyway, I love it because it's so insane. So I also watched Klaus again. I know you didn't care for it that much last year. Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was a good watch. Sugar Rush Holiday Edition 2. I don't know if you want something in the background, go watch it. Home Sweet Home was shit. Christmas Again. Okay, it was an okay ending, but the first part of it was stupid. It's obviously one of those that's got to be made for that tween group. So they think, oh, well, they don't care if there's good acting or not. The lead actress was so hard to watch. It was like she was in a school play. Every time she tried to act, she chewed the scenery. It was just awful. But the rest of the cast was really good. And toward the end of the movie was good. But the rest of it, don't waste your time. And then A Muppet's Christmas, Letters to Santa from 2008. Cute. Uncle, the guy that played Vernon, he played Santa in it. So that was cute. And then finally I saw Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it is totally fucking worth going and seeing it in the theater. It is really, really good. They did a great job. So, yeah. That's it. Any comments?
You don't want to hear them.
Oh, no, please do.
No.
Wow, our listeners always love when you just tear me down and make me feel horrible about, not liking something like Christmas Again.
Are you kidding? I took one look at that and said, I'm not watching that.
Yeah. You made a smart choice. Anyway. All right. Well, hey, we want to remind you to be loud, be proud, be too much, and to be you. Fat Marker Clothing wants those of us who have been told that we are too much of something to turn those negatives into positives. And Chubs Gone Wild listeners, you can do that with the code FMWildChub to get 20% off anything while ordering over at fatmarkerclothing.com. And you better get on it because not too many shopping days left. Also, we want to tell you that you can join the Queer Romance Inc. email list and get 4 ebooks free, including Last Romance, which is awesome. And you can do that by going to facebook.com/ChubsGoneWild, and we will have a link there to the group. Yay! 4 free romance books.
Bad romance. Okay.
Last Romance, dear.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah. In your dreams. Hey, it's time to get into advice. Can I please just have a salad? This writer writes. I feel like I may be alone on this one, but I find our celebratory food traditions utterly disgusting. I'm really put off by most Thanksgiving and Christmas spreads loaded with stodgy, heavy food that I would never even consider eating. I also find the excess and waste deeply disturbing. I'm a sorry reflection on mankind that is far removed from any celebration of the human spirit, and shudder to watch people jam 50,000 calories in their faces. Usually I just avoid these occasions altogether. But after the separation the past couple of years, I'm feeling a lot of pressure to attend family occasions. How do I make Christmas bearable? Is it okay to ask people to tone it down a little? Should I just bring a few light dishes that I like? What's the etiquette for letting people know that their traditions are kind of gross?
Okay, just don't go.
I don't know. I think that this person probably lives in a cave and has green fur.
I mean, I agree with what they're saying on a lot of this, because I think, so often Christmas and Thanksgiving meals are just flooded with ridiculous foods.
Like
but
casserole.
you know what? If you can't find something to eat without complaining about it, then don't go.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be going for the food. You're supposed to be going for the company. Bring yourself a salad and sit there looking different and judging and just shut up.
My brother's vegan and he always brings himself a salad.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just, and then everyone will comment on, wow, it's good that she's watching her weight now, because that's what all the family members are going to say. They're going to be going, oh, yeah. Well, it's good that she's, because she has gotten quite fat in the last few years, especially after the separation.
Oh.
Or are they vegan now? That's the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with bringing a dish for yourself if you don't like what's on the table that people are, spending money and providing for you, along with your sparkling company, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? If this were somebody I were dealing with, I'd just say stay home. We don't need you.
Oh, well, and you don't need them, obviously.
Obviously, you're just going because you're feeling pressured anyway.
You're going there because you want to complain.
She probably just wants the presents.
Oh, there's no presents.
Certainly not from her. Anyway, here's what Dear Prudie had to say. There is no etiquette for accepting an invitation to someone's home, well aware of what the event will entail, and then telling them it's gross. Your best plan here is to resist the pressure to attend, stay home. Oh, well, Prudie. And feel free to eat the low-calorie meal that will make you happy, or even start your own Christmas salad bar tradition and invite like-minded people to join you. I'd be curious to see how you might appropriately celebrate the human spirit as the host. Alternatively, you could attend your family's event this year, openly share all your views about how deeply disturbing it is, and you'll probably won't have to worry much about the pressure to show up in the future. Wow.
I know.
Prudie got some tune. I like it. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just all I gotta say is bitch. All right. Hey Chubs, what's the last thing you made from scratch?
Dressing.
Yeah, actually, same. Okay, hey Chubs, do you like the chocolate oranges that come out during the holidays?
Not really.
Yeah, same. That was easy. Trivia question. Ooh. Tom, how many fruitcakes are sold during the holiday season in the US each year?
25 million.
Oh, see, I would have said probably about the same, but it's over 2 million fruitcakes are sold.
That's it?
Yeah, each holiday season in the US. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have thought it was higher too.
Well, only because there's 350 million people, and I figured a quarter of the people, I mean, well, not a quarter, like 10% would like fruitcake.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I like fruitcake. Definitely. Okay.
well, I figured you got enough of them as your friends.
I have asked you many times, please don't put yourself down like that. All right. Michael Sage wrote in and sent a few photos. The first one being truffle mushroom flatbread and a salad. That's just the truffle mushroom flatbread there.
Yeah.
Looks really good. I don't think I've ever had anything like that. And then also some veggie soup, because he hasn't been feeling well. So I should have sent a chub hug out to him because he hasn't been feeling well.
You're so typical of you.
I know, doing it late. But anyway, looks wonderful. And he makes it himself, I believe. Next up, what?
Where's all the Christmas food from New York?
Here we go.
Oh.
Starting with.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Mr. Moose wrote in and said, here's tons of stuff. Starting with, if I could get to it, hubby ordered Singapore rice noodles with chicken and said it was great. I ordered my usual Kung Pao. In New York, to see Christmas decorations, shop, go to theater, and go to theater, obviously. Across the street from our hotel is the Roundabout Theater, and beside it is a wonderful Indian restaurant. I ate butter chicken and rice for dinner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They used tandoori chicken, shredded, then simmer it in the sauce. It was so good.
Oh, I love butter chicken.
It does sound really good. In NYC, one must go get a piece of cheesecake.
Yeah, yeah.
Stir-fried chicken and spinach with garlic.
Oh my God, that's so good.
I know. Not a food picture, but this is my view from the lunch table. Love the decorations around the fireplace, moose, and I love those too. That's really pretty.
I know, it's so pretty.
And then a pastrami Swiss grainy mustard on grilled rye with the side of skinny fries and a pickle.
Okay, we gotta go. I gotta eat something right now. I am so hungry after this.
Okay, well, we're almost done, man.
Now, have you ever had New York cheesecake?
Yes.
Okay, because it's different from regular cheesecake.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh,
Okay, well,
God.
currently LGBTQ people of color in America have a disproportionately high rate of new HIV infections. And Golden Rule Services in Sacramento wants you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. Pre-exposure prophylaxis, aka PrEP, is a medication proven to be 99% effective in preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, call your local sexual health clinic. To find out more about Golden Rule Services, visit sacgrs.org. And then you can send us an email at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. Leave us a comment at chubsgonewild.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/chubsgonewild. Watch videos of the show over at youtube.com. Just look up Chubs Gone Wild. Please can become a patron of the show for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/mattburlingame. Find Tom's movie and TV reviews, swannerandjudd.com, and find their podcast in iTunes or in iHeartRadio. And then find out more about my books over justkisstheguy.com and check out my other podcast at biggaysexshow.com. And finally, you can give us a call at
409-69 Chubs.
no.
No, it's 408-69 Chubs.
There you go.
I'm hungry. I'm delirious.
I see that. You look faint.
I'm heading right over for those 20 McNuggets.
Sounds so good.
McNuggets.
So good. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for a fun-filled holiday edition, and we will be back next week for more fun and frivolity from Chubbyland. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.